Hello peeps, how's it going? Hillbilly Harford. Today we're going to do a little short one on the conservative leadership. Um, there's two left in it, Robert Jenrick and the other chap. They're okay, I've got to be honest, but it doesn't matter. And now here's something, I think the other guy didn't win because he realised if he won, he wouldn't be the leader and the Prime Minister, because I've seen this all before. I've seen the Conservative Party collapse once, and it takes at least 2 or 3 leaders before they come back viable again. So if you become a leader this time, you're never going to be the Prime Minister. So that's why that guy dropped out. I forget his name, sorry, he's gone up my head. But that's why I believe he's not been picked. So there's more to it. You've got to look at the long game in this sort of thing. So of the 2 people who've been picked now, they're okay. But if they'd have picked Badenoch originally, they would have won the last election, in my opinion. But they didn't. So it's too late now. They'll be out for 10 years, in my opinion. So that's how it goes. The public completely distrust them. I do quite like Badenoch. She has got some things I don't like, but it doesn't really matter what she does now, because the party is completely damaged, because we know they're not going to do what they said they were going to do. Half of their MPs are going to fight against it because they're progressives. So that's my own opinion. But sadly, I think they're mortally wounded, the Conservative Party, and it's going to be 10 years at least. And if Farage carries on like he is, it's going to be longer than that. But if Farage ain't there, because he's the key to reform, if Farage isn't there, I think their support will drop. So that's when the Conservatives will pull back again. But that's my thoughts anyway. But it's their own fault. The MPs voted on what they thought instead of what the country thought. And they've removed Boris, who was a vote winner. Whether you like him or not, he won every election he went into. And he was good. Lots of people like him from both sides. That's how he was winning, see? He didn't, he appealed to a lot of people. Now, I actually quite liked him. And did he lie a few things? Yes. I totally understand he did. I think he tried his best originally through the pandemic, but the civil service got hold of him. And then he went with them. And they dropped him in the shit afterwards. That's what I think happened. And when the next leader came along, I actually think that girl, what's her name now, that came after him, she wasn't that bad. She had the right ideas. I wouldn't have picked her myself. I've got to be honest with you, Liz Truss. I wouldn't have picked her, but she did have the right idea about getting the economy going. And the Bank of England, civil service and that lot dropped her in the shit again, got rid of her. So then when Richie Sunak came along, the press had just had enough of Sunak, of the Conservatives, and they played hell with him. You have to remember now, Sunak is at a higher percentage point than Starmer is. So I don't know why they just don't keep him for now, because he's no different to what they're going to put in. They're better off keeping him for a couple of years, I think. But there you are, that's just my opinion. But the press and the civil service removed the Conservatives, whether you like them or not. And now we found out that Starmer was asked a question yesterday on GB News about a reporter, and he refused to answer whether he had been doing talks with Sue Gray while they were trying to prosecute Boris, while she was still writing the report. He refused to answer that. Remember, she was very high up in the civil service. Then she went to work for him. Then she went into her old job when they went into power. Now she's sacked. And then she's going to the House of Lords. So that's my thoughts on that. Here's some of my lambs here, look. So there we are. That's a short one for today. I've got a good one for you tomorrow. Hopefully I can get time to do it tomorrow, about the Farmers Union Conference in Landrindod. I'm having a look in detail who's talking there, and you'll be very surprised. Not much farming, lots of Clermont. So please subscribe, click the button down here, to get more stuff. Ta-da!